Alright, welcome back to another video by Rama Skate Reviews. So, if you didn't notice it in my previous videos, one of my subscribers, B, he always comments on all my video. Thanks, B, appreciate it. He said that I need to research Nebula, specifically the clencher for the boards. So I did so. Went online, searched out Nebula clencher, the 63mm, I believe, for the Onsra. So I searched it out, reached out to the company. Turns out that they're up in Denver, Colorado. I'm in Colorado Springs, so Colorado brothers right there. Super cool company. It's two brothers that own the company, and they're trying to do everything in-house. I don't remember the exact thing, but pretty much everything stays in Colorado right now except for the anodizing, but they're trying to get that in Colorado too. So shout out to you, Nebula. Thank you very much. What they did, they sent me a blem for free. I don't care if it's blem. They sent this to me for free. I'm going to review it. And they said, hey, if you like it, we'll give your viewer, your subscriber, a discount. Discount code Rama. The link and the discount is down in the description. Just take a look if you like this. So what this is, it goes on the back. You have to replace your motor mounts, what it looks like online. Have to replace your motor mounts, and it become a dragging handle and also a bash guard. So this did have a just brown paper around it, and taking the brown paper off, I tore their cool paper. But we're gonna do a quick unboxing, see what's included in this. It's cool packaging. I like supporting small businesses. Oh wow. So we got cards, stickers. This is actually really done. Nebula, this packaging is actually surprising. These are the guards. So these will get scuffed up and stuff. They're made to be replaceable. We got screws, a bunch of stickers, whole bunch of stickers. Sticker everywhere. Now let's see this. This should be blue. He told me that it's going to be blue. Yep. There's blue. Really protects it. Oh, he sent me some extra one too. So there it is, replaces your motor mounts. It's aluminum, they're very light. So motor go on here, this goes onto the trucks like this, grab handle go in between like this, and then you have a bash guard and a handle. So I'm gonna try to do a quick time lapse. We'll see how that works, but I'm gonna tear the hull apart, try to do a quick time lapse of the entire process. And then the version 2, I'm going back to clad wheels because I like the distance. But instead of going back to purple, since I'm going with blue on the Nebula, I'm going with the blue clad wheels. So here we go. Let's try a time lapse. I should have said what's included in the kit. So you get both of the motor mounts, you get the grab handle, a bag of screws, and a card that says do not use this as a kicktail. One of the things that you won't notice in here is instructions. So I'm going to do a time lapse for the boring parts, but I'm also going to make this an install video. All right, step 1 is going to be tear down. You're going to have to tear all that stuff apart, including the belt covers. Now, the belt cover will probably not work on this. I forget, one of the subscribers said exactly what belt cover it was, so I'm sure he'll post it in this, but there's a belt cover that's out there that will work with these. I'm just going to run it without them for right now. These probably won't work from the Onsra version 2, but I'm going to tear all this down and start from there. Okay, so I took the motor off and just set them up top. What I'm going to do for mine is I'm just going to take it's double kingpin truck, so I'm just going to take the lower nut off. Just take the entire truck off the board. It'll be easier to get to all these screws. You can use your E-skate tool for this. It's easier for me to get in there with just a box end wrench. Okay, up until that point, I've used the tool that came with the board, minus this, but you could have used your T-tool for that. The Allens on the motor mounts are 4, which the board comes with, but I'm going to use an open box end wrench and take them off from the nut instead of trying to take them off from the Allen. 3/8 inch wrench fits perfect. 10mm too loose, so it's a 3/8. All right, now that we got it all torn apart, I mean, it's minimal. I can't tell the difference in the weight. Obviously, there's more metal here, but they're both aluminum and it's minimal. Now there are 2 sets of holes that you can mount the Nebula on. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to try to get the same angle as was stock. So I'm just going to kind of eyeball it. I don't know, figure something out. Eyeball it or mark the trucks on where it makes contact, something. But I want kind of the same angle on the motor as was originally from Onsra. So after eyeballing it, it's these holes. Hopefully that comes out. So it's the top hole, the left, right, right. I guess you could say. I mean, if you turn it all the way around, it's the right. I don't know how to explain it. Hopefully that comes out. You can see daylight. Line up your holes like that if you want it about the same stock angle. We'll see when I put it all together if it actually fits. Okay, there is a right and a left. This is obviously a machine smooth surface right here. That's where your motor bolt to, so you want that on the inside and you want the logo on the outside. If you keep the logo on the outside, you should be fine. So in other words, don't put it with the logo on the inside. Put it with it facing out. Now, before I tighten it down, I want to test to see if this will actually go in here. Nope. Okay, so I'm going to have to loosen one side back up. I didn't tighten it down. Loosen it up. I'm going to have to install the bar and then tighten this down. Okay, the Nebula comes with an entire screw pack, as you can see right here. So it has all the screw to mount this, but I'm just reusing the Onsra hardware for the motor mounts and the motor themselves. You will have to use these screws. They're the only countersunk screws. There are only 2 of them. So you'll have to use these to install the handle. Okay, there we have it all installed. So now we're going to put it back on the board and then put the motor on, adjust belts. I had to adjust belts anyway. I'm changing back to 42 pulley for now and putting cloud wheels on it. So we'll adjust belts and see if it all fits up. Okay, so putting Loctite on any of this stuff, I mean, they have nylon in the nuts, so I wouldn't put anything on there. Loctite on these is personal choice. Use it or don't. I don't care. If I run into a problem, I'm going to use it, but for right now, I'm not going with any. Okay, I thought I would show you guys how I adjust my belts. If it's wrong, it's wrong. I don't care. This is the way that I've decided to do it. Trial and error. So I'm going to get the pulley over the motor, or the belt over the motor, pulley on. Okay, so I reach in here and I pull back on the motor. And what I want to see when I push in on this side, I want to see a little bit of flex on the belt on the opposite side. So about right there, just like that. I get it to a good spot, and then I tighten down the bolt closest to the pulley itself. That's what I want to see, that little bit of flex right there. Snug the rest down. Like that. Double check. Yep, that's the flex that I want. That might be a little bit too much. Belt shifted on me. I didn't have it all the way down. So crack it back loose. Again, pull back on the motor. Get that little bit of flex. Try to keep the motor where it's at. Right there. There you go. Washer, wheel, washer nut. Tighten this down and we are done. So total install time, I'd say went right about 40 minutes or so. And like I said, I don't have covers for this, so I'm gonna have to find covers or run it without it. And there we have it. About 40 minutes later, including recording time, it's all together and good to go. So I'm gonna show you the blem. Can you see it? Yeah, it's really hard to see it, isn't it? There's a little bit of tooling marks right here. There, you can see it a little bit. That's the blemish. So that's what made them not sell this retail. If you have that good a QC, Nebula, good on you. Especially because when you consider that that part's covered up. It's covered up. And that's the blem on why they wouldn't sell it retail. So there you go. A little protector. Around these are going to get beat up, I'm sure, if you're standing it up. That's the angle of it. You can lessen that angle by using the other holes. But all in all, good job, Nebula. Really impressed with it. It's really good quality. They give you all of the nuts and bolts that you need, even if you're doing a DIY build and you didn't have any of these. So good job on that. It's helpful for me because these will go in my backpack, and now I have extra motor bolts and stuff like that just in case. They'll go in my backpack for my rides. Packaging. Everything from dealing with the company to getting it to the packaging to the install, everything went super smooth. Everything was super nice. I'm really impressed with the company. I will say this though, Nebula, either have find some motor cover that work. I forget. I think it was B that told me. B said what they were. B, throw it in the comments again, please. I forget what it was, but he found a brand that match up perfectly. And Nebula, I would say if you want to take it to the next step, order a bunch of these and ship them with your product, because I think having the belt cover to go over top of them would just put it even that much above and beyond. I think I do have some cloud wheel covers. I'm going to try to see if they'll fit, but I doubt it. If not, I'll just run it without it. So that's that. You'll see me dragging this around in some future video. That's the install, the initial look, and everything else. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing, sharing, liking, even disliking and telling me why you hated the video. Thank you very much. Appreciate it, and catch you on the next one.